History is an essential part of education, but can be hard to understand. It would be easier to have a visual of it. That is why visiting museums can be a great way to educate yourself. This is why today I will be your tour guide as we go through and tour the British Museum. This museum has exhibits and artifacts that provide a visual of ancient history. I have researched this museum and have learned so much that I know that if I were to go, I would be provided with an outstanding educational experience. On this tour, we will be exploring 3 exhibits. This will include the Feminine Power, the Mummies Exploring Ancient Lives, and the Introduction to Ancient Rome exhibits. I hope this tour will be an excellent learning experience for you. As we go through this, you will be able to see firsthand what these ancient times were like and how these times have changed the world to what we know it today. This is just what I mean when I say this will be a great learning experience, as each exhibit will give you more information on the history. These exhibits are all about showing the different ways people lived. It shows the differences and shows struggles in their life. One that I enjoyed learning more about was the Feminine Power exhibit. With the Feminine Power exhibit, you can learn about different female goddesses, demons, witches, spirits, and saints. One goddess that will be talked about during this will be Goddess Kele. You will learn more about how she is connected to time's creative and destructive power. You will discover that she is 3,000 years old. You will also be able to acquire knowledge of Goddess Pele. Goddess Pele is the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes. She is very well known and she was said to be the creator of the island. As you can see, Exhibit A is important because you learn so much, like the goddess Kele and Pele. Not only do you gain understanding of them, but you can learn so much more that had happened to the female population from thousands of years back. Not only can you learn about the female population, but if you see the Egypt Mummies Exploring Ancient Lives exhibit, you can learn more about the mummies and how they were said to live. Not only that, but you will also get to see images of human remains. In this exhibit, you will learn much about mummies and how they lived and died. The exhibit itself will talk about 6 mummies. You will know how these mummies lived and died in Egypt between 1,800 to 3,000 years ago. One in particular that will be discussed is Nesbernub. He was a mummy of a priest, ages between 30 to 40 years. He was the son of Aken, and his body is encased in a printed cartoonage mummy case. You will see how intact his bones are. You will also see that his mouth is closed, but he is missing teeth. As you move on, you will also see images of human remains and objects containing beneath mummies' wrappings. With these photos, you will see how to determine gender, age, and health at the time of their existence and the time of their death. You will learn that they determine this with a volumetric computer tomography, better known as a CT scan. After this scan, axial images will be processed together in PR and volume rendering reconstructions. This will give anthropocentric measurements and non-invasive analysis of the residential anatomical structures. As you can tell, visiting the British Museum would be an excellent experience for many reasons. This exhibit is just one of many that help people better understand today's world. As I researched more, I had already learned so much. So I know if that anyone wanted to go to the museum, they would have a great learning experience. If possible, I would definitely recommend going and experiencing it for yourself. If you get to see the exhibit, another one you should also observe for yourself is the Introduction to Ancient Rome exhibit. This will also allow you to see different people's how they lived when compared to how they live today. Have you ever wondered about ancient Rome? With the Introduction to Ancient Rome, you can learn about different Rome artifacts. This exhibit has more than 200 Roman objects that better explain different cultures and how they were so diverse from ours today. This can help illustrate how different our world is compared to what it was believed to be back in those days. You will also learn more about the legend of how Rome came to be and what we know it as. You will discover that the legend states that Rome was founded in 753 BC by Romulus, son of the Roman god of war, Mars. It had said that a threatened local king ordered Romulus and his twin brother Remus to be abandoned on the bank of the river Tiber. Although they were babies, they survived due to wolf providing for their needs. This place will later be known as Rome. Although the legend is symbolic and overall very interesting, it is just that, a legend. The real story is more undistinctive, though no less interesting. Around the 8th century BC, a collection of hilltop hamlets steadily grew into an important town because of its strategic location on the river Tiber, an important trade route which is now what we know as Rome. In this exhibit, you will learn a lot when going to the exhibit. Other exciting topics over Rome are the Republic founding, challenges to the Republican rule, the legacy that ancient Rome had, and that's just what you will learn when going there. There are far more exhibits with other topics that may be something you would like to learn more about. If given the chance, try and check out the museum. I got all of my information from worldhistory.org, britishmuseum.org, and roberthawaii.com. Thank you.